Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about create first script in manual mode. Okay, let's go to Katalon Studio. For this, let's create another new test case. Yeah, test case name I have given create a script in manual mode. A test case, you can give whatever name you would like to, and click OK, and you get test case template. So here, in previous video you have seen that how to record and playback. If you go to a previous test case, you can see that there are actions which we're going to perform, and against to actions objects has been selected. On objects, again, wherever we're giving test data, even those data has been displayed here. Like same way we should give while creating manual mode. Okay, basically we should understand in manual mode. So these are the functions we should be using on appropriate objects. Okay, let's go back to our new script test case. Since we are doing web-based automation, if you click on add on this add button, you can see that there are multiple options. In Katalon Studio, as already we know that it supports mobile, web, and web services automation. So it has multiple options like web UI keywords, mobile keywords, and Cucumber keywords. So all these keywords which we are going to use are based on specific to application we are going to automate. Okay, now let's look into web UI keywords. If you select that, so you get the list. In this particular list, you can see that the list of keywords already designed inside Katalon Studio are listed. Okay, so these are the keywords which mostly 99% we are going to use while automating. Okay, this is a very rare situation where we have to write our own keywords. Of course, yes, Katalon Studio supports writing our own keywords. We can talk about it later. Yeah, while working with web-based application, understanding these keywords is more essential. So if you mouse over on each keyword, you can see that those details are displaying here. Okay, so what is that keyword does, and how many parameters it accepts. So it's exactly similar to the Java functions or Java methods. For example, if you go to let's go to back. So back keyword, what it does, if you mouse over on this, you can see that it simulates user clicking back button on their browser. Okay, so it does not accept any parameter other than flow control. Anyway, we'll see that in detail. So let's start scripting our previous scenario, which already we have seen that. Okay, let's keep our previous test case as a reference to develop a new one. If you go to the old one, you can see that the first step is open browser, navigate to URL of placemeter.com and perform actions. Okay, so go down new script and click on web UI keyword. Here you should be able to search open browser. The moment when you type open browser, you get this method. It accepts one argument. So that argument is, it's a raw URL. Okay, you can keep that, otherwise next function you can use it. For example, open navigate to URL. So this is where we can give our web application to navigate to. Okay, so to give that, double click on this link, and you wherever input we are giving for each methods or each keywords, so it accepts a particular argument. Okay, so for that argument in Katalon Studio, you have an input dialog box where it makes our life easy to add values. Okay, so here we have to give URL. Let's go to application and just grab the URL and go back, paste it here. Okay, that's it. And next step is let's go to our previous test case, click on home button. Okay, so where these object values are stored, okay, all these objects are stored in the object repository. So you just have a look, so you can see that this is the object. Anyway, next section, in the future topics, we're going to discuss in detail about objects and object repository, how to maintain, how to write that. So now, for now, let's select this object. So go back to new script and just select this and drag this to, no, before dragging that, we should select the action which you're going to perform that. You're clicking on that. So that click action, it accepts an object as an argument. Okay. You can see that represents a web element. And next, go back, set text to input email address and password. Okay. For password, there are two actions. One is set encrypt text. Whenever you are entering password, you can use this. Otherwise, you can use set text straight away. Okay. In our example, we have seen already how to do that. Set text. And for this, let's find out. Track this here, and again set text. For this password, that's here, and there should be click button on button. So it has a click and button login, right? So if you want to use, since already you have used these keywords, so if you are repeatedly using the same keywords in Katalon, so there is an option, okay, the recent keywords, all the keywords which you have used so far in this particular project, so those keywords will be available here. So for in our case, click, so you can select from there. Double click here, you can select, instead of dragging, you can select from here as well. You can search input login. Okay, fine. So anyway, we have done few steps. Let's run and see that. And before running that, you know that you have to save this. Go to file and save this file, and let's run on Chrome. Yeah, you can see that execution job progress here, and here the browser opened. Okay, so application navigated, and it entered empty value because we haven't given any value. So go back to Katalon, close this browser before that, and see. So we haven't given any value, right? So we should give this value. Just again double click here, give some value. Perfect. And again some password. It's a dummy password I'm going to use, and save it. So you can use Control S, or you can go to file and save it. Okay, so I have done already Control C, so it's been saved. Again, rerun this. Go to run and select Chrome. You can see job is executing again. This time in email address and password, it should enter the value which we have already entered in the test. I can see that. Perfect. Okay, so it's brilliantly working fine. So you can notice that, you know, once execution is completed, yeah, so all the steps which you have written manually, so that execution has been completed, but still browser is kept open. And now how do you close this? Yeah, the last step, what you have to do. So now I want to close the browser. So select this and go to add web keywords, close browser. So they have got already close browser keywords. Select this, that's it. And again, file, save it. And this time when you run this, you can see browser will be closed after execution completed. Browser opened, and browser is launching, application is launched, it's doing its job, done. And now after execution is done, you can see browser is closed and test has been completed. So you can see that result. The last step, you can see that close browser. Yeah, browser is closed. So this is how we can do manually. So since we are just trying to understand this concept, so I have done only few steps. When you are practicing, eventually you can try all these steps. Okay, yeah, that's all about this video.